Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to explain about programmable logic device. What do you mean by programmable logic device? And I will also tell you about ROM. ROM is one of the programmable logic device. Okay. So what do you mean by programmable logic device and why we have to go for the programmable logic devices though we have some integrated circuits? Okay. So the main concept behind this is when we are going to implement a large and complex circuitry, we have to go for the usage of multiple gates. Okay, multiple gates, because complex circuit always involves a lot of integrated circuits and as well as a lot of uh, gating technologies like AND or invert or any type of other logic circuits. Okay, in order to implement such type of complex circuits, usage of integrated circuits and all these logic gates are not at all better because they may be giving you a large board space requirements. Okay, when implementing complex circuitry, standard ICs, standard ICs and lot of gates are also required. But what is the problem with this? What is the problem with this? But this has some disadvantage. This has some disadvantage, like the first one, large board space requirements. Large board space requirement. Large board space requirement, because whenever we are implementing any integrated circuit or any logic circuit, area is very important. We cannot go beyond our limit. Okay, this is the main criteria why we are having our phones or any type of electronic gadget that we can carry easily. That means the portability is because of this particular point. And the second one is large power requirements. Large power requirements. We know very well about power requirement. Okay. Uh, for example, consider the old day TVs where CRT TVs consume lot of power, whereas nowadays we are using LED TV and LCD TV. They consume very less power, very less power, because only single motherboard is there. That board takes 12 volts of power supply. Okay, that's why very less power requirement is sufficient. But when we are going for the implementation of this particular programmable logic devices with standard ICs and other gates, then they may consume large power and as well as area as well. And lack of security. Lack of security. And additionally, we also have cost problems also. Okay, so in order to avoid all these problems, we generally go for a specific integrated circuits, application specific integrated circuits like ASICs. Okay, to avoid this, to avoid these disadvantages, to avoid these disadvantages, we generally go for the usage of application specific integrated circuits. Integrated circuits. See, application specific integrated circuits, that is ASIC, application specific integrated circuits. By using this, the user can have the particular IC only used for a prescribed operation. Okay, like your washing machines. In washing machine, we cannot do other than washing. Okay, the IC which is there in that washing machine, which is an embedded system, that particular embedded system will give you will take some input. Okay, rinsing operation and washing operation and drying operation, that's it. Only those three operations will be accomplished by that particular IC. That type of ICs are integrated as application specific integrated circuits, that performs only specific operation. Okay, but coming to general processor, we always need for the generalized processor where we can perform multiple operations. Okay, because of this ASIC, what are the advantages? The advantages of this one are, advantages of this method are, first one, so reduced space because we have limited the application is specifically meant, that's why reduced space. And power is also reduced power. And third one, considerable cost reduction is also there, cost reduction is there. And design is also implemented almost in a impossible copy. Design is also impossible to copy. That means we cannot copy the design which is already there in that ASIC. Okay, but some disadvantages are there for this one. The disadvantages with this method is, the disadvantages are, first one, initial development cost may be enormous. Initial cost is high. Initially, the investment cost is very high. Testing methods may have to be developed, which may also increase the cost and effort. Testing methods may have testing methods may have to be developed. I will explain this point why it is like this, which may also increase the cost and effort. See, what do you mean by this? ASIC is nothing but application specific integrated circuit. What I said, like an example, washing machine. Initially, we are buying it for large amount. Okay, whenever we are initial design is also large cost is required. Okay, testing methods may have, see, once the washing machine, so let us consider washing machine just now it is launched. Okay, by an engineer, then he has to test whether it is working or not in the realistic environment, because when the product is going to release in the market, a lot of rigorous testings are needed. Okay, without testing we cannot release the product into market, as it is but that too it is generally meant for application specific. So we have to apply rigorous testing methods on it, so that testing will give you cost, and as well as our efforts may also have to increase. Okay, so that's why in order to avoid this also, we are going for the method called programmable logic devices. So the best approach which has advantages of advantages of both above methods, both above methods. So what are the advantages? Low power requirements, low cost, low area, and as well as the testing and everything, initial cost, everything should be less. So the best approach which has the advantages of both the methods what we discussed earlier is the use of is the use of programmable programmable logic device. Programmable logic device. In short, it is known as PLD. In short, it is known as PLD. So, programmable logic device is an integrated circuit. Actually, this is also an integrated circuit, but that is user configurable and is capable of implementing logical functions. The main purpose of this PLD is the user who is using this can program according to his requirement. Okay, so the main purpose is the user can the user can uh, configure its operation as per his or her requirement, as per his or her requirement. Okay, that is the main purpose of PLD. So programmable, PLD is standing for programmable. Programmable means reconfiguration. Programmable means reconfiguration. Once the data is stored in that PLD logic devices, so once the operation is performed, again we can erase and reprogram it based on our next requirement. Okay, that is called programmable logic devices. So it is basically an IC. It is an IC used for multiple purposes. Used for multiple purposes. Okay, so a lot of advantages are there. We are having PLDs. You see, inside the PLDs we are having fuse, and that will be blown depending upon the connection and the deconnection. Okay, I will tell when we are going into the designing of the PLDs. PLDs are again having ROM, PLA, PAL, PROM, EPROM, like that we are having different logics that are involved in the PLDs. Okay, all these combinedly known as programmable logic devices. Okay, so the advantages of PLD are, okay, lot of advantages are there. We are having low development cost is low, area is low, space area is low, and power is low power requirements, and high reliability. That means we can use it for sure, definitely we will get the output. And all these points, reliability, and circuit testing is also easy circuit testing, and easy design modification because it is programmable. Easy design modification. And seventh one, high design security. High design security is security. Okay, and eighth one, less design time and high switching speed. High speed. Okay, so all these are advantages. Cost very low, low cost, low space, low power, high reliability, easy circuit testing, easy design, and high security, low design time, and high switching speed. And they may also have some many advantages of a 6, like higher densities, higher security, what we have discussed all these. Okay, So when compared to the ASIC designs and previous standard IC designs, these PLDs, programmable logic devices, accomplishes a lot of advantages compared to standard ICs and ASICs. Okay. Now the first one is in this we are going to discuss the PLD, programmable logic device. The first programmable logic device example for PLD is ROM. ROM is nothing but read only memory. Read only memory ROM. Okay, it reads the data. It is not reprogrammable. Okay, a lot of devices are there. Some may be reprogrammed, some may not be reprogrammed. If you see ROM alone is a not a ROM alone is not a reprogrammable, but in the ROM we are having different types of ROMs. They can be reprogrammed. Okay, so I will tell about the ROM and types of ROMs in the next video. Thank you.